Welcome to another edition of our YouTube channel, Southeast Asia Vibes, The Good Life. My name is Victor. I'm a former resident of New York who now lives in beautiful and tropical Southeast Asia. I just got fed up with the high crime, cold winters, and rat race of New York City. I now live the life of my dreams here in Southeast Asia, in Philippines, and also Vietnam. And I have lived and traveled all over Southeast Asia, such as Cambodia, Thailand, Laos, Philippines, Malaysia, Indonesia, Vietnam, etc. As long as you know what you are doing, you too can live the life of your dreams here in this tropical paradise at literally 90% cheaper than what you would pay in, let's say, Miami or Hawaii with the same high standard of living. However, if you don't know what you're doing, it could mean a one-way ticket back home really fast. As an expert and somebody who has lived or traveled all over Southeast Asia, I receive many emails daily from people who want to move here and escape the rat race, and they ask for my guidance. A lot of other YouTube videos, they tend to sugarcoat everything because they want views and subscriptions. So in other words, they're not being totally honest with you. Now, I don't charge for my advice, but many people still feel very grateful as I take the time to answer all their questions, either by email or by a WhatsApp phone call. So they usually insist to make a small donation of any amount just to support the channel. You can do so up above in the description box. My email and information is right there. Now, let's get started with today's topic, and that is the one hidden danger that almost everybody encounters here in Philippines. In fact, I would be shocked if nobody encountered this scenario at least once. And for those of you who live here, there's absolutely no question that you have encountered this on numerous occasions. And that is when you walk, you either slip or you twist your ankle or you break your ankle. The reason this happens so much because here in the Philippines, the concrete is just, when you're walking, the infrastructure, the concrete is just horrible. Like there is literally no sidewalks. And even if there are, you will most certainly encounter the pavement, the concrete is uneven. It tends to rise or slope. There's cracks, it's chipped. And this, especially like, let's say you're in a rush, it could really mean trouble for you. Another thing I noticed is that sometimes, like in the subdivision where we live or in the condominium where we live, some of the tiles that they use in public areas are not non-slip. So my friend came and visited me, and I remember it was a rainy day, and he slipped and he really, really got hurt. The same thing has happened to me numerous times, but I have to keep at the front of my mind, walk slowly, especially when it rains. But, sometimes you have other things on your mind. It's not going to be the first thing, on your mind. And if you really, don't pay attention, then you're going to slip and you're going to get hurt. This is something that I think they really need to do is to put non-slip tiles in public areas here in the condominiums, because I've seen so many people slip, really get hurt. And this is, again, something that happens all the time. Like I was walking with my daughter the other day, and, just for a brief second, I wasn't holding her hand and she slipped. She's 5 years old and she just slipped. So just be aware, everybody, about this issue. Walk slowly and don't be in a rush whenever you walk, and pay attention where you're walking. I remember the other day I was walking, heading to the mall, and as I was walking, suddenly there was a hole in the concrete in front of me, about 200 meters in front of me, and I wasn't you can't look down all the time when you're walking. You have to look straight. Like you just can't look down. So there was like a hole in the pavement, and I just literally lost my balance and I fell. So just be aware of this issue because it happens all the time. And your injuries could be pretty bad if you don't pay attention. I mean, they could be really bad. You could literally break your ankle if you're not paying attention. So the most important thing, slow down when you walk over here. Look where you're walking and pay attention. That's it for this edition of Southeast Asia Vibes, The Good Life. Until next time, take care, everybody.